If you're looking to add some performance modifications to your Bronco, then I'd stick around for today's video because we have a new intercooler from CPE that you're going to want to check out. This is the all-new front mount intercooler for the 21 and up Ford Bronco from CPE. This will fit the 2.3 liter and 2.7 liter engine, and if you don't know who CPE is, they've been around for quite a long time making some awesome intercooler products for multiple different vehicles. They've made intercoolers for the Ford Focus ST, RS, Mustang, and many other vehicles as well. Now, we've had multiple CPE intercoolers on a lot of different vehicles here at CJ Pony Parts, and as soon as we heard that they were making an intercooler for the Ford Bronco, we had to jump on it. One of the main points that stuck out to me about this intercooler for the Ford Bronco was the fact that it doesn't have any permanent modifications. So if you wanted to go back to a stock intercooler, you could definitely do so without any headache. Now with the CPE intercooler, we'll be able to use all the factory mounting brackets and hardware to be able to mount this intercooler up with no problems at all. A lot of the times when upgrading to a bigger intercooler, you can actually create more turbo lag for your vehicle. CPE has done a very good job at designing this intercooler to be able to prevent that issue from happening, and this is how they do so. Their intercoolers have cast end tanks that are welded and pressure tested with the core to make sure that they flow the most correct and efficient way possible. And the way they design the end tanks to be smaller than the core helps cancel out almost any turbulence. The CPE intercooler will be beneficial for any Bronco owner out there, whether you're daily driving or taking your Bronco out on the trails. This intercooler will help you out in the long run. Let's go ahead and get this intercooler installed on the Bronco and show you exactly how to do it. Before we jump into today's install, if you have any questions about the tools that we're using, check out cjponyparts.com/tools or click the link in the corner of the video for a free video and PDF file showing you what tools you should have and how to use them properly and safely. To kick off this install, we're going to go ahead and remove our factory skid plate. Now we'll take out the hardware that holds in the tow hooks on either side. Well, as you can see, our factory intercooler is almost out at this point. The only thing we have to do is remove the hot side and the cold side intercooler piping, which I'll show you how to do in just a second. So if you look here, you can see the top of this clip here actually moves when you push it to the left. What you're going to do is there's a clip on either side, just like this one. You're just going to simply pull down so it releases that. And then as you pull down, it'll release the clip, which then will release the intercooler piping. Here's another camera angle so you can see exactly how these clips release. Just simply push down and it'll release the piping. It's now time to put our CPE intercooler into our Bronco, but before we do so, we have to install the hardware that it came with. Now this hardware is going to go into the top threads of the intercooler here, and that'll be for the bushing to be able to sit over it and then to be able to mount into the Bronco properly. So let's go ahead and install these and tighten them down and then throw this thing into the Bronco. Now when you are installing these, you'll have two for either side, one for the top, one for the bottom, and then the opposite side. After you hand tighten it, just grab a wrench and do a couple more turns on it until it's nice and tight, and then you're good to go. Now that we have the factory bushings transferred over from the factory intercooler to the CPE intercooler, we can go ahead and put this into the Bronco. Now to start it off, I'm going to put the intercooler in there, hook up our hot side and our cold side intercooler piping, and then after that we'll do the tow hooks. Well, as you can see, our CPE intercooler is inside the Bronco. Our tow hooks are back into place so the intercooler is nice and secured. The only thing we have to do at this point is just reinstall our skid plate. Well, we're all wrapped up with the CPE intercooler install on the 21 and up Ford Bronco, and I gotta say I'm absolutely thrilled with how this install went. The installation itself only took me about 30 minutes, and CPE was 100% accurate when they said that there was no modifications to be able to install this intercooler into the Bronco. The only thing that I used from the factory intercooler was the grommets, and that's just to keep it nice and secured and in place. And if you are trying to do this job at home but you don't have a lot of mechanical experience, I wouldn't worry too much because it's a very easy job with a very basic set of hand tools. Now, if you are trying to purchase a CPE intercooler, definitely check out our website, which is cjponyparts.com. But it's time to drop a gear and disappear. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, if you need any off-road parts, click the link in the description down below.